I'm asking the mom if,
no, Ma, I'll see you.
Are you done with her? She can come home. But I mean,
school starts in a month. I just need you back by then.
It's nice to. I mean, and this isn't the first time that she's like felt comfortable enough to go over there and spend a few days. Like they've even taken her on vacation one time before. So it's nice to have like close, a close enough friends, like where you feel comfortable enough to like trust your child. And yeah, sure, you want her for 5 days? Take her.
When she's done with hers, if she wants mine, all is welcome.
Oh God, that is funny. And one last thing.
Yeah.
Obviously you're from New York, so you have to know Mr. Softy.
Yes.
Okay. Do you not like super miss like Mr. Softy? Like the regular no ice cream man comes by here. I don't what
we have one ice cream truck who actually serves real ice cream. Like he scoops it out of a thing. Like the tubs. And it's actually decent. It's actually pretty good.
And he comes by
on
a regular basis.
And he comes, I mean, sometimes he's going like 60, but you gotta like run after him. But like the very few times, I feel like, he's definitely not around enough. But he's definitely around. Maybe like he'll come around once a day. So you have to like, be able to hear him at that specific time or whatever he comes. It's actually pretty good. Nothing compared to Mr. Softy though. Absolutely not.
Yes,
nothing compares to him.
Like Mr. Softy's. I mean, I'll drive the 45 minutes to the good ice cream place.
I know. No, thank you.
There is one very good ice cream place that we drive 40 minutes for.
It's funny. I do. I mean, who doesn't like ice cream? I'm sure there's someone out there, but I mean,
I don't like ice cream.
I know. I like ice cream, but it just makes me so full. I don't really have it all the time. It's a very rare thing for me. Like, so the other day we went and tried this new, is it Clevers?
Oh, Culver's?
Something like that. And the kids wanted a milkshake, so we got them a milkshake, and then their custard came, which was just like, it's just like ice cream, And so I ate the kitty ice cream. I felt disgusting all day long. And I'm like, this is why I think it's like just too much dairy for me or something. But
well, that's funny that it's too much dairy because I can't eat ice cream without having to drink milk.
Oh, really?
I need like a side of milk with my ice cream.
I need a side of cheese with my cheese.
But anyway, so I was really wanting Mr. Softy. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? And for those who don't know Mr. Softy, I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, Google that shit because you're gonna
because you're never gonna be able to have it because unless you live in New York.
No, so I Googled it, and apparently there's a Mr. Softy in. I don't remember if it's at Raleigh or Durham. Probably should have checked my facts before reporting the news.
You know what you should do? You should have a Uber /Lyft /Mr. Softy truck.
Well, so then I was like, what the fuck? There's Mr. Softy's franchises. So I said to Ed, I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
I texted him. I was like, hey, I was thinking.
So he always knows he loved that.
Something real good is going to come. And he's like, what? I was like, it just didn't work. It wasn't going to work out because it was like $150,000 just for the truck.
Wow.
I was like,
that's insane.
That's a little steep. That's a little,
that's a lot
much for a fucking
just do a hot dog truck somewhere. Yeah.
I don't do enough things. I need to own an ice cream truck. Oh, God. All right.
Would you like chocolate or vanilla? Do you need a ride to the airport? I got you. You need a shirt made? I could do that.
Do you need your pictures taken while you eat the ice cream and wear the shirt and get the ride?
Do you need a table to eat that ice cream?
Stop it. I want a chair to sit in. Stop, my head hurts. Oh my God.
How about I can make you a sign you can hang on the
Make you a sign that says, I like ice cream and Uber rides. Okay. Oof. All right. Bring it back down. Okay.
I got one more.
Okay.
If you need a cup with your name on it to drink milk with your ice cream,
I can make an ice cream cup with an ice cream cock.
An ice cream cock? What?
I meant to say cup.
Oh, God.
Okay.
All
right.
Good. Sorry, everyone.
It in. Okay.
Sorry.
We're done.
Yep, we're done.
All right, Diane.
Oh, I have to say I had a very uninteresting podcast tell-all week, but the usual. Oh, so I don't know if I've said anything, but I'm doing this Bigger Loser challenge. I think I maybe mentioned it once at work.
Mm-hmm. That's why you're not drinking on podcast nights anymore.
I have been trying to. I had a cup of green tea tonight, and I'm really trying to just take out the 1 or 2 beers at night at home.
Right. Relaxing
on the couch. I mean, even though these beers aren't too bad, they're 100 calories, but still, it's like a 200 calorie. And then if I have 3, it's 300 calorie.
Right.
Of wasteless calories. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, to be honest, I thought about it. It's not like I get drunk. You know what I mean? So I'm not like drinking to get drunk. I'm just drinking out of habit where like it's just refreshing and you sit on the couch and just relax.
Well, especially more so in like summertime because it's like.
Exactly.
It goes hand in hand.
I mean, I usually like to go out on the porch. That's my whole big thing. But now I'll just melt because it's so fucking hot out.
Oh, my God. This freaking heat is disgusting.
But I just, I thought about all the challenges it takes to get healthy. Mm-hmm. And the other day I love making spaghetti squash. Mm-hmm. But it's such a fucking pain in the ass to make. Have you made spaghetti squash ever?
I don't even know what spaghetti squash looks like, to be quite honest with you.
So it's totally worth it. I mean, I make it every once in a while, but not all the time. So it's like a huge, oversized, like, you know what eggcorn squash looks like?
Yeah, let's go with I know what
actually, you know what? The best way to describe this is like a watermelon, okay? But a little smaller than a watermelon, but it's a squash. Mm-hmm. But the shape of it is kind of like a watermelon, okay?
Okay.
So, I don't know, about 6 inches long-ish. And I don't know. I'm really bad with measurements, but for those of you who know, it's just a little smaller than a watermelon, I'd say. And it's almost as hard, if not harder, to cut into. I'd say harder to cut into than a watermelon is, okay? And now here I am. What I've learned about spaghetti squash is instead of cutting it, I used to cut it like head to toe. So I just had these 2 huge pieces. Just think of it as like a watermelon.
Right.
So instead, I've learned with the spaghetti squash that you cut it in circles. Okay? So I make 4 circles. And when you roast it, it roasts faster. And when you peel away the squash, I'll have to show you one day. Okay. It comes more like spaghetti. So it's like a squash that you roast, and then when you pull it apart, it's like spaghetti. I'll make it for you one night.
Okay.
But here's my thing is here I am trying to cut into the squash, and if anyone, I'm sure I can Google it, an easier way to cut into this fucking thing, because I literally almost took my hand off. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what is it worth being so healthy? I might as well just be fat, because I'm about to just like cut my fucking finger off just to make this freaking spaghetti squash. But it is so good. And what I do is after you roast and pull apart the spaghetti squash, I put it in a casserole dish. And on the side, I make this taco meat, like however you make your taco meat. And I put that over it. And then with a whole bunch of veggies, like I saute any kind of vegetables, peppers, other squashes.
I'm with you on the sauteed vegetables.
Any kind of vegetables, throw it on top of there. Put a layer of cheese in there. Put it in the oven for like 15, 20 minutes. It is so good. My kids eat it up. So I call it like a little taco casserole with spaghetti squash. Oh, it's really good. I definitely have to make it for you one night. But I'm over it. But I'm doing better. The past 5 days, I was on the treadmill 4 days out of the 5. I'm trying to make it a habit just to go on there for 30 minutes. I figured, I could do this. I can do this. So now I got to try to figure out how to cancel my gym membership that I'm donating to at the moment. And
remember when I bought that treadmill that I absolutely had to have?
Yes.
Had to be disassembled to fit through the front door, and then we had to get Tim to come over and help us carry it up the stairs.
Yep.
And then it had to be reassembled once it got into my bedroom door, and then I used it one time.
Once? That was it?
Maybe twice. Maybe 2 times. And I was like, I hate it. I am like, that was a time like that I was actually running. And I was like, I cannot run in the same place. My attention span this is not going to work out.
Yeah.
So we had to disassemble the whole fucking thing.
And bring it back downstairs. I'm sure he wanted to kill you. He wanted to kill me.
Yes.
So I've actually, in the freaking heat, I've been walking in the garage with it actually, and I just bring a big box fan with me, so I have a fan on me, but I'm still sweating balls. And but I'm doing it, and right now as we speak, Tim is putting a TV up in front of the treadmill. We got a
that's where the TV's going.
Yes,
gotcha.
It's going in front of the treadmill. But Prime Amazon deal, it was like a 32-inch Fire TV
for $99.
For $99.
Oh, I did see that one.
Yeah. So that's what's going. It's going in downstairs. So
yeah. I did actually consider buying those for the kids for Christmas because they've been asking for a TV for their room.
You should have.
But yeah, I did
saved it.
I did not.
So
I think my husband would have cut up every card in my wallet if I bought another thing. It was totally fine for the $14 beers at the concert that he was inhaling, but anything else.
Those are memories, Christina, memories.
Oh my God. I drank one beer at the concert because I refused to pay $14 for a beer.
They're like $20 at PNC.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I'll pass.
It is ridiculous.
I was drunk enough when I got there. So clearly, if I'm shoving fucking cookies in people's mouths that I don't know.
Free cookies.
It's a cookie. Oh, God.
But, and really the only other thing I've been dealing with this week is Liam and his back.
Back?
I know, the kid's too young. I don't know.
Ari used to complain about back pains,
really?
too. She stopped, thankfully.
Okay. Well, this is the first time. I think the past week he said it about 3 or 4 different times, all different times. The first couple times was right before bed. I'm like, yeah. You know me with my video from last time. You're okay. Just go the fuck to sleep.
She used to complain about it the most in the car when she was sitting in her car seat.
And then, then he randomly did it again this morning, like as he was sitting on the couch while we were getting ready, and then again tonight. So I'm like,
has he been like regular pooping? Because it could be, that's what they thought it was with Aria was built up poop.
I'll have to ask him. Do you have any built-up poop in you,
When was your last regular bowel movement, Liam?
Because it's true. I really don't. I mean, I haven't followed Liam's shits in a while, not like I do Logan.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I already told you this, but today, I mean, that is definitely. I mean, it really can't be a WTF moment because this has been my WTF moment before.
Right.
So I walked in and Logan was Picasso today with his poop, and there's fucking poop everywhere. I can't. I don't know what to do. I can't. So I told him no iPad tomorrow. I have to punish him. I feel like he's 6 years old already.
Ongoing from the other day when we were. Remember the last time we were recording?
Well, yeah, he finally took a big shit after that, and he finally did. But now, I could tell it's soft. It's not hard. I don't know. I feel like we're reverting backwards now again.
Right.
But I'm just I don't. Whether you have to poop or not, that's fine. And I told him that today. I kind of yelled at him, and I said, "Listen, honey, it's okay if you're having a problem pooping. Just tell me, because he'll have this huge shit in his pants, and he's sitting on the couch, walking around. I'm like, don't you feel that? You need to tell me when you have poop in your butt. I'm sorry. So I feel like part of that is just I don't know. He knows better. He's a smart freaking kid. And the other thing is, why are you touching it? Why? Why must you touch it?
Right.
But I'm down that road again. But while we're on the subject, let's get into our WTF moment of the week.
All right, let's do it.
What the fuck did you just do?
What the fuck did I just see?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
All right, Diane, you want to hit us with your WTF?
What the fuck? We're going to continue this lovely little Logan incidents that he does. So the other day I go to put on his shoes, and I put them on, and I notice it goes on kind of weird, something's inside of it.
Right.
So I go to take out, and there's pieces of cheese, string cheese in his shoe. And I continue to take out 2 pieces from one shoe, 2 pieces from the other shoe. Because, mind you, because of his arm,
right.
God help me, I've been doing everything for him. He's finally starting to use the other hand, but I'm still having to put his shoes on. And I can't wait until his arm's all better.
And
I
goes
know
to the doctor this week?
He goes to the doctor Thursday. Yep. And so let me finish this one, and then I'll give you a little. I'm nervous about it. Actually, there's something I want to tell you.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so I go to put his shoes on, and I'm taking out piece by piece these string cheese that are in his shoe.
Well, I put it there for safekeeping.
And I look up at him and he gives me this like smirk and starts laughing. Like he knew he did it. And I'm like, dude,